Attorney General Pam Bondi, Secretary Kristi Noem, Counselor to the President Peter Navarro, the incredible governors who joined us today from Arkansas and from Tennessee and from Nebraska, whom you'll hear from. Amazing members of Congress that are here with us. You'll get to hear from Senator Tuberville, Senator Marshall, and Congressman G.T. Thompson. We also have leaders with us here in the audience from Alabama, from Arkansas, from Florida, Kansas, Nebraska, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Texas, and West Virginia, who have joined us for this historic rollout to address one of the most significant national security threats facing our nation. But first, I want to say that we gather together at a moment when the power of nature is rendered especially vivid to us. The floods in my native Texas, which have carried away so many lives, many of whom my family knew, has caused so much heartbreak and brought so many tears. It touches every one of us, not just those of us from the Lone Star State, but every American who cares about their neighbor, and especially every parent whose heart reposes not within themselves, but within their own children. It is not within our power to ease their pain, nor should those most devastating losses be erased or eased. But what we can do is grieve alongside them, and I know that's what we are all doing. And we can also join them in a sorrow that honors the joy of their children's and their family members' lives. It is not and has never been God's purpose that we suffer, but it is within His design that we rely upon His creation. We see that in extraordinary natural tragedy as over the last few days, but we also see it in the beneficial fruits of His creation, the bounty of the land, the yield of our farms, the produce and the product of our labor. That dependency upon His goodness is part of His purpose, and so as stewards of creation, we have an obligation to protect it. In protecting it, we protect ourselves, and that's why we're here today. Nowhere is this illuminated more vividly than in the stewardship and conservation of our American farmlands. We're here to talk about that today, and we're here to address one particular facet of that stewardship, responding to one particular type of threat. The plain reality is that American agriculture in American hands is a positive good, a rich blessing that we carefully tend and upon which rests the sustenance and future of our republic. Every family, every home, every community depends upon what our farmers do, and they support and sustain us, not merely by keeping us materially fed, but by keeping us spiritually strong. The farm's produce is not just a commodity, it is a way of life that underpins America itself. And that's exactly why it is under threat from criminals, from political adversaries, and from hostile regimes that understand our way of life as a profound and existential threat to themselves. For them, agricultural lands and our farms, because they are a previous inheritance, are weapons to be turned against us. We see it again and again, from Chinese communist acquisition of American farmland to criminal exploitation of our system of agriculture to the theft of operational information required to work the land and beyond. All of this takes what is profoundly good and turns it towards evil purposes. But November 2024 signaled it's time for our federal government to wake up and step up, and that's exactly what we are doing under the leadership of President Donald Trump. With this announcement today, we are taking this purpose and our American farmland back. American agriculture is not just about feeding our families, but about protecting our nation and standing up to foreign adversaries who are buying our farmland, stealing our research, and creating dangerous vulnerabilities in the very systems that sustain us. Reshoring and nearshoring our food and agriculture supply chain is essential for our nation's security. In coordination with the White House, the Departments of Treasury, Defense, Homeland Security, and Justice, as well as state governors, state agriculture commissioners, local, tribal, and territorial governments, today we announced the USDA's National Farm Security Action Plan. This plan includes 7 key action items, and there's a lot of people here that I want you to hear from, so I'm not going to go one by one, but just very quickly. It's on our website. The press has gotten a preview of it, and we can ask some questions once we finish the main program. But very quickly, and perhaps the most important, the first of the 7, is securing and protecting American farmland ownership. Actively engaging at every level of government to take swift legislative and executive action to ban the purchase of American farmland by Chinese nationals and other foreign adversaries. Standing on the shoulders of great governors, 3 of whom are standing behind me, who have already been leading the way on this issue. And at the federal government level, working to do everything within our ability, including presidential authorities, to claw back what has already been purchased by China and other foreign adversaries. Additionally, working with the Treasury of the Secretary of the Treasury, along with our Defense Department, on memorandums to ensure that moving forward, there is a much more intentional look at who is buying what in this country and from where they are in the world. Also enhancing our agricultural supply chain resilience, also protecting our U.S. nutrition safety net from fraud and foreign exploitation. Number 4, defending agricultural research and innovation. No more sweetheart deals and secret pacts with countries that do not have our best interests in mind. Number 5, making sure that America First is in every USDA program, from farm loans to food safety. We have already canceled 7 active agreements with entities in foreign countries of concern and will continue to cancel additional agreements moving forward. I signed a memo today, thank you, which immediately removes 70 citizens from countries of concerns that currently are affiliated with the USDA through contracts or research arrangements. And we are working to issue regulatory action to remove over 550 entities from foreign countries of concern from our preferred catalog. Number 6, safeguarding plant and animal health, working to make sure that we know what is coming in and how to control animal diseases. And number 7, protecting critical infrastructure from our farms and our food and our supply chains, again, along with so many partners across this government here in Washington and across our states. Now, please help me welcome to the podium the amazing Secretary Pete Hegseth. Thank you all.